CSS battle time, and as always, it's late, but let's get it done. I'm going to set a timer. We have, I don't know, what do we want to call that? Is that like a, kind of looks like speakers on like a boombox. Maybe a oddly sized cassette tape. I don't know. There we are. 15-minute timer. All right. A lot of times I like a radial gradient for these kind of circles. I could still do that. But I was going to say I like that for circles just because you get the repeated circle instead of doing a second element and then positioning it. But I was going to say because these straight lines end up diving into it, they need to be down below to match this curve. But I wonder if we could just do the HTML, have it like that, and then have the body, you know, I could do a linear gradient and then have it repeat. That would work. Yeah. So a linear gradient on the HTML and then a radial gradient on the body. I don't think that's going to be the shortest, but you know what? That sounds fun. So let's make this happen. So this is going to be a purely background solution, isn't it? I'll have to do some margin on the body to make it work. Or will I? I might not need to. All right, linear gradient. We are gonna do... Dogs being ridiculous. All right. Let's see. 30 pixels, I'm guessing. And then we're gonna go blue. We're gonna go 0, and then it's gonna go to like 50 pixels. So like a 20 pixel gap here. Again, I'm guessing, but let's see how close we get to it. And then we're gonna go back to this color. That won't work. I'm realizing because I won't get this blue top and bottom like I want. I have to go back to blue again. I was gonna size it. I was gonna move the first bar down to here, have it repeat at the halfway point because it seemed like that would be the right size, or whatever point where that first bar does this and then it does that shape again and then that one, and then we have the blue. So I could do borders. I could add another color stop, which seems like a lot. We could do border. Oh, you know what we can do? We can we could do a border. Yeah, I think I know what I want to do. All right. Let's change this background. I'm going to do the white and then just the blue. And we are going, there we go. All right, the white with just the blue, and the white's going to actually end up being like whatever that middle bar is. We are going to give it a border, 30 pixels solid, and it's going to be this. Oops. Do that, and then we're going to margin things down, and then we're going to get the positioning done. So let's get our margin going. Okay, did I break it? I broke it. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Oh, I know why. I think I know why. Right, because we margined it, now it's tiling, and since we have such a small window with the margin, it's just tiling like crazy. Okay. I don't like this idea. Alright, so margin on that makes it tile. Okay, that does not work like I was hoping it would. Either a long linear gradient where I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color stops. That seems like too much for what this is. I could do a smaller linear gradient, no repeat, or fixed. Yeah. And then we do this background as well. And then we can position this. I think we can position it. Let's put this up at the front. I'm not sure how that was going to work there. Oh, that's left-right positioning. That's why. There we go. Okay. So what am I doing? What am I thinking now? I don't know. I should really plan better. Okay, so if I have that there, and it's fixed, and then we bring the margin in, and we have a set background of that blue, okay, we don't see anything, but we're not getting any tiling like we did before. So this is working now. We can do our border 30 pixels solid. There we go. All right, and we can go 70. That's perfect. Okay. And then that. Now, because I did a border, part of me wants to just do a border radius on the body and a paragraph tag. And honestly, that would work pretty good, I think. We have this background. What I could do is variabilize this part and then just cut it. Actually, I know what I could do. Right, if I do that, and then this becomes, let's divide it by 16. This is a wild idea. I don't think this is a great idea, but it beats a variable. 16, oh no, 60. 60 divided by 16 gives me 3.75. 3.75 m. So that then what will happen is, instead of doing a variable to get this blue background, we can select this, and we're going to now make things carry over into the body, which is going to be weird, but we're going to say font 0A, and we have no change. I think it's because the body, so that collapses 0. This should be like 10. Let's see what happens if it's like 100. Still no change. Let's see where the body even is at the moment. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's why there's no change, because of the margin. Let's go margin. We're just seeing borders right now. There we go. All right, let's say -50. Yep, okay, it's solid blue. It did work. It worked. Good. All right, border radius 9-inch. And what we're going to need to do is maneuver it now with our margin. And hopefully, if we make a paragraph tag full height, we can just translate it over. Border radius, probably. Ugh. Should I do the radial gradient? It's going to look probably about the length of this thing. So we still have to write more margin. be about there, and then one translate. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit better. It's just if we can get these margins to work for us. Let's see, right, it's going to need to be like 200. Right now it's doing left and right. Bottom is going to be negative 50. Let's keep that balanced. And then 0, negative 100. 200. There we go. There we are. 90, I think, is about right there. Yeah, it's touching the bottom. Let's go to 180, 160, 150. I can't tell exactly where it's at. Let's do 90 there to get it the right height. Okay. Okay, let's see. And 160 looks about right. And then this is where we need to up the numbers to make it a true circle. That looks about right. I'm not sure. I'm starting to not like this. All right, 60, 160, 58. Okay. $61 seems to be a happy medium. So 241. I don't know if that's going to work out. Let's just see. And if this doesn't work, I'll fall back to my border, the radial gradient idea, and just do that. Let's see, height, 100%, and then translate to 100 pixels. Oh, let's see what happens when we actually put it into our field here. Okay, it's higher than I thought it would be. Oh, I know why. Margin 0. Wow. That's a weird shape. I wonder why it's not full width. Alright. Let's do padding instead. See if we can control it that way. 100. It's causing overflow. Alright. Okay, that's causing overflow too. Why is it causing the body to expand? It should just be full height with no changes, especially with the margin 0 going. Okay, let's do a set value. 100 pixels, 120, 130. Okay, that's where it starts expanding it. Now, it's not actually set at the right height. Okay, there we go. I think this might do it. That seems like it's now overflowing. 200. It's not the right radius. That causes shift. Okay. Interesting. That seemed to work. Let's hit submit. It's 99.9, and I'm gonna try a radial gradient instead, but that was interesting. 99.8. I was right. So I could probably fiddle with these, you know, adjustments. Ooh, that looks a little bit better. Let's see, 99.9 that way. But these are some odd measurements. I'm not sure what's going to actually work on this, or if anything will. I don't like being in sub-pixel areas. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Let's say we get rid of that. So now, there went my timer. Okay, let's just make this quick. All right, that's my HTML. That's the background. Let's get a new background going on the body. Let's do a radial gradient. Let's do 1Q. Let's make it blue. Actually, blue. It's got to be blue for 200 pixels. And then we're going to go to that for 0 to 230. And then back to blue. It could actually be transparent at this point because we're outside of our other items, and it'll be hidden. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit this with margin, -100. Okay, and we need to shrink this. There we go. And we can just move it into position. Is this going to work? I think I can just move it into position. I don't have to even size it because it's overlapping. Oh, that looks like it's about right. Okay, let's go 110. Good. And 140. Now let's see where we're at. That actually went so much easier than I thought it would. Why didn't I do that in the first place like I wanted to? And it's 100%. My goodness. All right. Happy days. 50 VW. Good. 140 is going to be 35 VW. 110 is an unknown quantity. It's not an easy one off the top of my head. Oh, I still, you know, Jason Martin was so kind as to send me the link for the plugins, and I still haven't done it. 33, 32. Let's see if that works. And then we just have a couple of easy ones. I can get rid of the 3.75M now because I'm not using font anywhere. Okay, 25 VW, and this was 50 pixels. Nope, 60. All right, let's see if 63Q will work. It's iffy sometimes, but the rest of these are one-to-one translations, so they're okay. I think I still need that blue here, right? 99.8. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna work. I think I have to do 60 pixels. That one's always kind of finicky. Yep. All right, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Wow. All right, so let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's move that up. Let's take that part, X, Control V, and then we can pull off those things and minify. I have an extra line here. Okay. Ooh, I just realized 50 VW. Will that work as a percentage? No, it will not. It will not work as a percentage. Okay. All right. If it had, I could have gotten rid of another space. What am I missing here? If I pull this off, nothing changed. Hold on, hold on, hold on. The blue color, 25 VW. Do I need that? I didn't need that. Okay, well, I'm glad I checked that. I change things around so much, sometimes I forget what needs changing back. Alright, good enough. A little overtime. 191 characters. Should have stuck with my gut on this one. Alright, 99.8. Hold on. What did I mess up? Was it the border? Did I not pay attention at the border? You gotta pay attention at the border. Okay, well, let's see. Everything still looks good. I don't know. That doesn't see. I don't think that would change anything, would it? Oh, it changes in here. Nope, 99.8. All right. Actually, you know what we can do? We can go to. Why do I had matching submissions. Everything's 99.8. Okay. Oh, I see why. I understand now. So I'm missing my 100% one. Well, that's not great. Where did I break this? Okay. Let's put our blue color back in here. Oh, wrong spot. I had 100% somewhere. $50 VW is still there. Strange. Was I not paying attention to something? No, that's 60 pixels, that's right. If we take out the fixed, it repeats. Okay, yep. I know you probably watched through this and saw it right away. Fix that. That I had some extra stuff here. But I don't, those shouldn't change anything, you know? If it did change something, it should be much more blaring. 99.8. Why am I not getting 100%? This is the only other one that was questionable. Oh, was that? Okay, well, hey, let's see if we can get these back. That was so weird. Okay. Alright, I wonder if I can do a percentage on this one. No, I don't think I can. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm already over time. Way over time. Okay, but that means it wasn't these things. I can get rid of those things, which is a lot more than 1 pixel. 192 characters. Okay, man, silly mistake, but whatever. It was fun. Hope you're doing well. Catch you later.